Oh, it looks cool. Alrighty. Have this going. I think everything is going. Yeah, everything's going. All right. Before... Oh, doy. I didn't even take this off yet. There we go. Alright. Before I go further up, and I know there's a boss battle up here. I know there is. Yeah, let's go back down for a little bit. I think there's a couple things I could get still. Yeah. What's up, Kate? Just gonna do a couple more run-throughs before we go further in, because I just know there's a boss fight that I'm forgetting about that I am not I don't want to do. Besides, the leveling up never hurt anybody, because, like, where is... Oh, everyone is at 30. Okay. Out there is almost at 31. Alright. It's been a long time since he's been the most leveled up person in literally any time I've ever played this. I think historically he's not the one I've leveled up the most, which is weird. I almost keep forgetting that that's there. Oh, you know what? That's right. There was some other things I wanted to go get. I think in Bujerba is where I was thinking that they were. So I actually might do a couple more run-throughs, and then I think I gotta go back to Bujerba to buy some stuff. Specifically, like some of the Gambit stuff. Okay, hopefully that didn't work. Whatever that was trying to do. Why is that following us now? Go away, free-floating elemental thing. Leave us be. Anyway, how you doing today, Kate? Anyone else who's joining who isn't speaking, or if anyone else is, then that isn't spoken. There we go. I was productive, but not in a thing that was actually. Oh, did level up. Nice. Not in the most important of ways. I'll put it that way. It was something that could I did this thing, but it really was something that probably I didn't need to do. But I just it was bugging me, so I did it. It was organizing some files on my desktop. I was like, that could have waited, but I did it anyway. So, all right. So Balthier is level 31, which means I can now swap him out. Oh yeah. Okay, I got it. Yep. Yep, this will work. No. I have a whole bookshelf I got for my birthday, and I have not put it together yet. Of course, to put it together, that will require me cleaning up this room first, because I have to, well, clean up the room. Actually, while I'm speaking of the room, I don't have the light behind me on, and just the ring light. What do you guys think of this? Like, just not having the light behind me on. Is this more distracting, less distracting? What do you think? Dang, killed him in one shot. So I think, I think my earlier theory was incorrect. I don't think these, the leveling up increases anyone's board. Okay, no, you're 100% right. I thought about that too. I was like, I gotta put that shelf together. I need room to put it together. And I need to clean up the room to do that. So before I do the one thing, I gotta do the other thing. Ah! Why is it right there? Go away. Here we go. Okay, and these guys are actively attacking, so I'm gonna leave them alone. Whoa. Do I already have one of those? I do not. 6-fluted pole. Really? I can't. Oh wait, I don't have the license for that yet? Hold on. Here we go. Only 40. What's this? Oh, I don't have those yet. Oh, so we do have Curaja. Okay. Curaja, that's probably what the greater health for everybody. Okay, cool. Bad Scorpion, what's up? Good lord. I don't think I need this health increase that much yet. Huh. This is only 100. Let me see something. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, I get it now. If you get one of those, it removes the whole license board path. Okay, that's lame. You know what I'm really tempted to do? I really am tempted to go back and redo half these license boards like everything and then start over. Because you can actually do that. Apparently you can. You go back to Monteblanc at the freaking at the guild headquarters. He can reset everyone's license boards, and you can start over. I'm really tempted to go do that because now I know, and knowing is half the battle. Don't have a license? I'll check your ID line. Wow! Wow. Okay. 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 Bad Scorpion, okay. I should be used to your dry wit. I have read your stories for years. Luckily, I don't think what he was like what that led to was anything too big. So I guess there's our advantage there. But, it's so annoying. Well, at least someone has a level 3. Level 3 quickening attack, so that'll be helpful. Did he like not know we were hitting him? Okay. Ah, a fine piece of wool at that. Alright, you say that sentence way too fast? That sounds very inappropriate. Oh my god. God, Larson's gonna hit level 40, isn't he? It's so annoying to me. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm kind of quiet, but oh, man, I thought that was another elemental. I was like, what the hell? What was that? But no, it's just them casting a spell on each other. Gotta give that thing credit for a spin kick, considering it's like, you know, only has, you know, 2 legs. And assuming not the best balance. Oh no! My sword heals him. That's the worst. Bosch, no, you stay away from that because oh no, his weapon heals that thing. That's terrible. Because it's ice related. Okay. Okay. That was as good a time as any to equip this. That's funny. Oh no, that was terrible. That seems so awkward to like have around, but then again, so is most of their clothing, so I guess it's not that big a deal. Cool staff though. Wild onion. So instead of those being tomatoes, they're onions. Sure. Nothing about this is weird. I gotta give it to JRPGs. They do have some of the most inventive enemies you've ever seen. I need to stream the Tales of Saga one day. Those are a bunch of JRPGs that my friend got me hooked on. Tales of Berseria probably has like some of my favorite characters ever in it. And Velvet and her crew. It's got one of the best, probably one of my favorite stories in an RPG too. It's very get the doggone treasure chest. Thank you. Something is stomping nearby. Oh, him. Aesthetically, it's weird to see Bosch with a staff, because he's like a knight, right? You know, he's used to the sword and the shield, but you know, it is pretty cool. Like I do like the idea of him thinking like he's like the idea of, to think he's versatile. I guess they would survive in this climate because of the wool. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sorry, my brain's trying to understand like the fauna more. Oh wait, fauna is animals, right? Fauna, yeah. I really did forget which was which. Oh, you have two. Oh, both of them can use these. Okay. Vaughn can't use a diamond shield yet because I have him equipped with a katana. So I think this way has traps though, doesn't it? It has traps, but it also has things that we can kill, and that is more fun. Dude, he's the guy who's protecting himself and his. I do need to... Demon's Bane. I think we have one of those already. Pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, and only Bosch can use it. Actually, that was the thing. I thought about giving Bosch the axes and stuff like that, and I think I just might, and like... So part of me does want to kind of go and do the redo of the licenses boards, and of course that'll take me like what, an hour to put back together, because I'll probably be second guessing myself the entire time, and I think that's kind of the fun. So I kind of feel like I want to do exactly that, and just like, and like maybe I'll do it off stream, so y'all won't be bored watching me do that for like an hour. Because while I can talk through that entire time, I don't think I want to watch me do that the whole time I'm talking. Or then again, maybe I'll do. And like what do y'all think? Let's head back up to the mountain. Did that fool hit himself out of confusion? That's hilarious. Doggone it! Who stepped on a trap? Larsa, I'm gonna need you to get it together, bro. How are you our highest level person and the dumbest? Okay, that's what I was saying was I may redo everyone's license points, because you can redo the board, and like it resets everyone's license boards, and I may do like a total reset and like, you know, start over. But I was saying like I may do that off stream because like reorganizing everyone's points will take like an hour, and I don't think I want to watch me do that on stream unless y'all want me to, and I put up some kind of poll or something that I can talk about while I'm doing that. That way, while I'm doing that, y'all won't be like bored to tears. But you know, what say the people? Again, I don't know if I should, you know, people. And Basketball, if you want to eat dinner, you know, I appreciate it. You know, we can always, you know, jump back in, or, you know, just, you know, enjoy your meal for the evening. There you go. These guys have a lot of status effects too. All right. Mount Burr Omises. I really do want to know how they came up with the names for this stuff. Like, what was the inspiration? Let me save real quick. All right. I'm down to the reset as long as we all get pie. I'm down. Well, I don't know about pie, but I do want my mom to make another banana pudding. How far away is Thanksgiving? Oh, well, it's still on the wait. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Okay. But alright, I already saved that way if I thank you for the bless you. 6 months, yeah. Alright. I'm gonna go back here. There's a certain store I want to go to. I almost want to teleport like back to the forest, so that way I can fight through the forest and then fight through the mountain again. That way I can level up and get some items. That's actually what I think I'm talking myself into as I'm speaking. Where is this store that I'm going to? There it is. It's down towards the bottom. And if you're wondering specifically what I'm looking for the technique for the Gambit's store. Wait, is that where the Gambit store is? No, that's the technique store. Never mind. But it's still in this direction. So. And did I miss any spells here? Hold on. Whatever came with the rain and stuff the last night / this morning is totally screwing up my allergies. And I hasn't done it all day. Just like, okay, I got everything from here. All right, cool. For some reason, I'm tired, and I don't understand why. I actually, for once, got a full night of sleep last night, which on a Friday is rare. And before y'all think it's like, well, you don't like to sleep well on Fridays, it's because I'd be up writing and editing and recording and stuff, which I need to record some more stuff tonight. There's a couple of there's a trailer for something Earth, Wind, and Fire related that I want to get. Earth, Wind, and Fire, of course, one of the greatest musical bands of all time. I don't need that. There we go. The Gambit store. Where is it again? Oh, now I'm going the wrong way. Such pleasant music. There you go. Because there are a few things that I think our dear Lord Larsa has that I think the rest of the party does not. This is what I was looking for. These two. Don't worry, I'm gonna buy all this at some point. I'm just like getting a couple things now that I know I'll need. Okay, hold on. Target any ground character if character has 20% less than 10% health. Okay, I get what that means. Okay, those are some weird ones though. Some of these are I don't see how they work, but I feel like a more skilled Gambit user, like someone who's very Gambit based on this game, would understand that easier, better than me. But no, Christian, have you ever had pumpkin pie outside of the holiday season? I swear it tastes better in late spring and summer than in fall and winter. I've actually never had pumpkin pie out. No, no, unless it's the holiday season, I haven't had it. That is interesting that you've had it so out of curiosity, what were you doing where you had pumpkin pie outside of the normal holiday season? I'm just being nosy. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I'm just being nosy. Okay, so we have. All right. This area is called Miner's End. Miner as in M-I-N-E-R-S. With an E, guys. With an E. Man, I almost said something that could give me a lawsuit. I'm gonna shut up now. I feel it's like it feels wrong to have it outside the season. There are certain foods that it does feel wrong to have them outside of their holiday season. But then again, that doesn't stop me, because I'm one of those weird people who can listen to Christmas music literally all year long. I like because I like music all the time anyway. So I'm one of those weird people who can listen to music all like you know, at any given any given, because if I like it, I like it, and you know, I don't care if people, you know, like, you know, how can you listen to Christmas music in July? Well, because I want to. It's like, you don't listen to it, you don't have to. That's cool. That's cool with me, dude. Do you, boo boo? Do you? Can she use... She cannot. Okay. Can she use? Wow, I do not do. Have I not done anything with? Okay. To be the it isn't actually wrong. It just feels it. I think it was actually my 18th birthday. If not, it was still a birthday. I went to the store looking for the meringue, but they didn't have it. They did have my second favorite pumpkin pie. That would be the sweetest tastes one I ever had. Maybe because since it was out of the usual season, they were like put extra effort into it, which honestly would make a lot of sense. I can't believe I didn't have. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. How did I not have I have people who can use raise, and I specifically did not have raise. I'm such an idiot. Man. Your birthday's in June? Happy early birthday. I hope I stream on your birthday so I can tell you happy birthday on stream, because that would make me happy to tell you happy birthday on stream. Oops. Oh. Oh, this shows all the magic they have available to them. Okay, cool. So who can use what? Well, I can't use the doggone thing. Neither can Balthier. Neither can Bosch. Huh. Feels weird. Okay, whatever. From one ally. Oh, she can't use the soda? That's weird. Okay. Travika Way. Okay. I'm starting to notice like the names of the certain areas that we go in for the towns now. I don't know. I'm just not paying attention. My birthday's on Karate Day this year, but I might skip that since there's going to be construction blocking the parking area that day. It's amazing how much construction and parking can influence a decision. I living in San Antonio, that's how I make a majority of my decisions. Hold on. So I think I really do want to go through the village again to kind of just fight my way through. Where does this go? Okay. Sure, why not? Goldmore Village. Yeah, half the time I don't like if I know We have a large stadium here called the Alamo Dome. If I know there's an event happening at the Alamo Dome, I try to avoid driving even past it with everything in me, because even like the exit before the exit for the Alamo Dome will have traffic if there's an event there, especially if it's big, especially if it's a huge event. Like Bruno Mars is supposed to be here at some point. I'm sad I can't go. Because I won't. I even if I get like a new job tomorrow, I know I won't be able to afford those tickets. Unless, like I say, you know, suddenly I go to bed tonight and I wake up, I have 8 million subscribers, because, you know, I'm just so good at playing Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age, and everyone's like, and Square Enix was like, you guys gotta come watch this guy play. There's like, oh, you're and well, if that's the case, then I can go to the Bruno Mars concert, because then suddenly I'll be a YouTube partner and maybe a Twitch affiliate, and I'll just make all this money because everyone will want me to talk about their stuff, and they will just send me money because I'm so wonderful. It's fun to dream. I only have my license for 9 months, so I'm still getting the hang of driving everywhere. I don't need confusion figuring out that park where the traffic is thickest. You know what? Bad Scorpion, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. I've had my license for years, and your plan is sound. Larsa, why do you always... You absolute idiot. And at some point, you got hit really hard, so you know you get to heal everybody. There, Merry Christmas. And I actually do like to drive, because I actually like to go drive and clear my head, because when I get to drive, I get to like think, which is also why I'm sad I didn't get to go to Dallas yesterday, because I like driving. Even if sometimes the drive isn't the best, I like being on the road because I get to just like chill. Man, I knew something was gonna happen if I kept going to these things. Like, oh, this was a tough one. Okay. Oh wow, 5 LP. What was that thing that they required us, that it deemed us worthy of? Man, don't you dare attack! You guys are jerks after that one after 2 of your brothers helped the dragon thing nearly kill us. Well, they did kill Larsa and Vanello. Oh! Okay. Boss with the level up, nice. Because of Bosch's quickenings, I always saw him as a very much like not just a knight, but also like a straight up fighter. So every now and then with some of his attacks, I just have like visions of him like being in like fighting tournaments. Very much, you know, The Last Dragon, one of the greatest martial arts movies of all time. Fight me. Take life one step at a time. That's what the old man said to me. You are the last dragon. You possess the power of the globe. Driving is still kind of stressful for me, but having the right music helps a lot. Yeah, I just yell. Okay, I just yell a lot. That helps me. Although I gotta be more careful with power metal. I just want to keep driving fast. I need to. And I turn to get home. Yeah. Rock music especially like super aggressive rock music. I don't recommend when you're trying to pay attention when you're driving, because you can absolutely just get like distracted. Like, cause I do like listening to like rock music and rap music when I'm driving, because it does make the drive go by faster. But then again, I kind of get a little heavy-footed when I listen to those music. But like, especially, man, look, the number of times I listened to "Not Like Us" by Kendrick Lamar when that first came out and I was driving, man, I would be like, just yeah, bustin' on the beat, in your back, here your free throw, man down, come. Pinello leveled up, cool. Man down, call the ambulance, tell him breathe, bro. Now, more to the nothing, walking like tea. So, oh, anyway, yeah, as you can tell, yeah. Can you guys tell I was so happy when Kendrick won that, when Kendrick soundly, definitively won that beef? I don't know if you guys can tell, but you know, I did. I very much enjoyed it. You know, let's, yeah. All right, Pinello, level 31, nice. Wow, Balthier and Pinello are ahead of everybody else. That's rare. I don't think I've ever done that before. Let's go this way. Yeah, still kind of leveling up, still kind of getting items. I think I'm about to go do some story stuff right once we went this last run through, because like I know something is coming. I just can't remember what. I think it's a boss fight that I... Okay. That was Ash, I believe. Nice, nice, nice. So I go into these nooks and crannies because I'm assuming usually that there's not an item that there's like gonna be a boss that like kind of manifests and appears. Kind of like when we were in that one tunnel in that cave, and like we undid that one lock, and suddenly we got jumped by all those jellies. That was weird, but that was funny. Yeah. Dang, Vaughn. Sephiroth would be proud. I tend to have 80s hard rock metal, or 70s, 80s, 90s progressive rock while I drive. Though when my nerves are shot, I add super heavy song to the queue to sauce them back into place. When my nerves are bad, hey, first of all, music is always my go-to for my nerves are bad. And I do like to drive, but like, it depends. It's like I think it more depends on why my nerves are bad, and then it depends on what I can listen to, because. I'll tell you all this. Sometimes my nerves are bad. I need to be super aggressive, or I need to chill out, and then it just depends on the playlist I'm going for. And then there's the playlist I just have for just like, you know, when I'm just chilling. I don't have it over here, cause see, I still have an old, which is funny how it's old school now. I still have an old school iPod Touch, and I actually still do buy songs off of iTunes. That way I don't have to worry about. Of course, Larsa leveled up. Jeez Louise. Yeah. Almost ran. Sent out the road. That metal song calmed me down. Think straight. Well, first of all, I'm glad you're okay, Bad Scorpion. That other driver who put you through that is a complete and total dick, and I hope they're ashamed of themselves and their bad driving. I'm sure they're probably not, but they should be ashamed of themselves. And I'm glad you're okay. But yeah, always keep your wits about you when you're driving. Always be a defensive driver, because everybody else's road is an idiot. That doesn't mean you have to be. And I mean that everyone else on the road tends to be an idiot. What just showed up? Where'd he come from? Like, we just came through here. I was like, that wasn't there. And I know I can be ridiculous when I drive sometimes, and like, you know, like everyone has their moments, right? But it's like some people are just so consistently dumb when they drive, and you're just like, why? Why did you even bother getting a license? Or did you even? Or did you just like, yeah. Larsa, why did you go over there? Oh wait, did I not do a blind one for? I actually need to do that for Ash. Can she use blind? Yeah, she can. There are times. Item. There are times where it's like, why is it mandatory for people to retake drivers? Yeah. I think that should be necessary. You know what I think it should be necessary, especially if you have a certain amount of accidents and you know things like that. If you have like you know so many accidents in like a given like time frame, you should have to retake your driver's test. And at that point, I don't care whose feelings get hurt by it either. I'm just like, nope, you're an idiot, and you need to retake your driver's test. Yeah. People just be so dumb sometimes when they drive, man. I just don't get it. I'm like... Why is he always fighting something that we were not fighting when we were over there? That boy stay getting in trouble, don't he? Boy, stay fighting stuff that we did not see when we were over there. No, accidents are like it's amazing how many just cast by people just like not paying attention when they drive. Wow. He like never even turned around. It's like every time I see Remedy, there's like two rock songs called Remedy, and I think about them every time I see the word Remedy. One of them was by, oh man, who did those songs? I can't believe I'm forgetting now. Relax, wild onions. I'm not here to battle. Not y'all, anyway. Oh, that's the gun that Balthier has. What we just picked up. Okay. I was like, did we have one? Seether. Thank you, Bat Scorpion. It's Seether. How did I forget that was Seether? Oh my god. They were like one of my favorite bands once upon a time. I messed with Seether heavy back in the day. I still do. Like there was just like a time like they were like in my top favorite bands. It's funny because like one of my playlists actually has like two bands that I found out of just pure chance. The bands are 32 Leaves and 10 Years. Which, by the way, I don't know, like, I don't know we laugh at like how a lot of band names are now, but I remember thinking like, yeah, like in the 2000s, our band names were that much better. Like, now don't get me wrong, 10 Years, I still mess with them. I still mess with them heavy. 10 Years was an amazing band. I found a lot of stuff because like I used to watch a lot of like anime AMVs back in the day. Like how I spent half my time on YouTube was watching AMVs. I even made a few back in the day too. 32 Leaves didn't have the reach 10 Years did, because 10 Years somehow became like this really like obscure but popular. It had a cult like I don't want to say a cult following because that sounds like it has like a negative connotation to it. But they had a solid following. 32 Leaves not so much, and I can admit that. But I think I'm one of the few who didn't know about them heavy and was like a big fan. Oh, I want actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go this way first. 10 Years, I think their most popular song at the time was a song called Beautiful. It's like, just as beautiful as you are, so pitiful that you are, should have seen this coming all along. There was one band I found, I think they only released one album that I know of. And they had a song called Walk Away that I loved. Again, I heard it on AMV. But the band's name is why I wish they had made it bigger. They had the band's name was, and I'm not making this up, their band's name was Mad at Gravity. I always meant to look them up more because I just want to know where they got the name from. The band's name was Mad at Gravity, and I was like, that is the coolest band name I think I've ever heard. Yeah, it was such a sick name. Yeah, Mad at Gravity. They were my band for like just for the name of their band alone. I was like, oh yeah, I can rock with a band called Mad at Gravity. I use that as a term a lot whenever I'm watching pro wrestling because like a lot because my constant joke is there are guys who like wrestlers like Will Ospreay and Pac, they like these are wrestlers who like look at the book of physics and gravity. And you were just like, nah, we're just gonna do our own thing. We're good. But no, gravity says you can't do that. But does it though? Yes, it does. But does it though? Yes, it does. But does it though? Yes. I had a friend who very much I found out last night, very much hates Evanescence, and I am quite disappointed in that. Even tried to get me to hate Evanescence, which I was like, oh, that's not happening. It's like trying to get me to hate Alicia Keys. It's just not gonna happen. Sorry. I had another friend who got who was really mad when Linkin Park. How does someone hate him? Her claim is that all of their songs sound the same, which I could not have possibly disagreed with more. And I don't even know what the basis of this argument is. Like, I really don't. I don't understand how you hear their stuff and make that argument. I really don't. Like, all their songs sound the same. And honestly, honestly, like that bothered me enough. I didn't want to continue the conversation. It was online, and I could have just like left a comment and like waited for a response. But like that bugged me so much. I didn't want to. I just like lost all interest in the conversation at that point. I just really didn't want to know anymore. I was like, all right, you know what? Yeah, I'm just not gonna engage anymore. Because I don't understand how you hear, especially their first album, and think all their songs sound the same, because they don't. It's just like the line of it. And honestly, even if you can make the argument they're in the like they're in the same like genre, like they don't step too far outside of their genre, which I think is okay, because like that's the sound that they. A few men sound similar, so I can't use that excuse whatsoever. She's not sorry. So here's what I think. I don't think there's anything wrong with a band having a similar sound. I feel like Linkin Park, like more or less pioneered having a similar sound for most of their career, but they branched out when it came to like making it more electronic, if you were more mechanical in a way. But to say that, like, that's like saying, to say they have a similar sound, but like a similar sound is one thing. Saying everything sounds the same are not the same thing. You know, it's not. Because like you can tell, because like if that's the case that like it all sounds the same, that's very, I'll say, dismissive of the musicality of it, because Amy Lee is a classically trained pianist. So at least I know Ben Moody. I think Ben Moody was too, but I want to say both of them were. I think they were, but like so. Okay, hold on. But like to say that, like, you know, he doesn't use magic power. Why would that matter? Okay. To say that they have like a similar sound is one thing. The same sound is crazy to me. Oh, he has enough health. That's fine. Because the idea that, because the idea that things need to have the same sound is one thing, but the idea that they don't. I don't know. I don't like the phrasing. You know, that I think that bugged me more than anything. Is like the phrasing of they all their songs sound the same. That bugged me. That bugged me the most, because it's like, to say that all of Evanescence songs sound the same is essentially saying that from track to track you can't hear a difference. And I can't rock with that. I can't rock with it, and I can't condone that line of thinking that, like, you know, you hear Evanescence songs and you don't hear a difference. I can't rock with that, because that to me is very. Oh wait, he can't have a shield? Oh no, he can't. Okay, cool. Alright, let me save first. Okay, because I am about to go do some story stuff, because I think we've done. Oh, I got another teleport stone at some point. Cool. But no, I feel like saying a band, all a band's songs sound the same is like I said, it's dismissive of the sound. Because like I think Linkin Park has a distinct sound, but I don't think their songs sound the same. Even when they did the Reanimation album of Hybrid Theory, the place for here's a great example. Linkin Park song "A Place for My Head." I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs. Well, actually, no, I take that back. Actually, it's not one of my favorite songs. However, the remix they did for the Reanimation album, that's one of my favorite songs. The original is not. And it's crazy since it's the same song, but to me, the Reanimation version is so different from the original Place for My Head. It's one of my favorite. Now, of course, you know, like people say, how can you not like Place for My Head? I do like Place for My Head. It's just not one of my favorite songs. I love the song itself, but it's not one of my favorites by Linkin Park. I think they have much better ones. And the thing is with Linkin Park specifically, their sound, I think, always evolved, which is also why I was glad when they came back together after Chester's passing. May he rest in peace. But I don't think they ever had to break up unless they wanted to. Including they didn't want to. They liked being together. They liked, working as a band, and they clearly work as a band. So, if they're happy, then why would anyone else trip? You know what I mean? I never agree with a band has to break up because everyone thinks that, this person is not with us anymore, that person's not with us anymore. That's not to say that a person passing can't affect a band at all. Of course it does. It affects the fans, but especially affects the people in the band because they have their routines. They travel together, they eat together, they do all this stuff together, and now one of those people in this band isn't there anymore. That sucks. That's the worst. That is a terrible, terrible feeling. So the band has to react however they have to react. And if some of them, if they choose to break up, go form another band with someone else and form a new name, blah blah blah, that's the band's choice. That is the band's choice. And I will support the bands who want to make their own choice, do their own thing. In terms of Linkin Park, they didn't want to break up. They wanted to stay together. And they said, okay, if we're going to do that, we need a new lead singer. And they found, I can't remember her name right now. And they found the girl that they found. Okay, cool. Then if they're cool with it, and if they're okay with it, and also, Linkin Park's never had the same sound throughout their career. Some of their albums sound the same. I feel like Hybrid Theory and Meteora are very close, but I feel like Minutes to Midnight was way different than the previous two. The one what was the name of the album that had Iridescent on it? Hold on. No, because I know the name. So yeah, here it is. Oh, 1,000 Suns. I think 1,000 Suns was really different. I think Living Things was almost back to the original form. Hunting Party was kind of a mix of both. One More Light was different, and then of course From Zero was very different as well. SM2 version of All Within My Hands. The top of Timber Cloud is on the original round. Probably yeah. So you have songs like that, like some songs that that for some reason in the original don't quite connect, but then the remix. I know we got on a completely different subject what we were just talking about, but you guys get what I mean. So I need 2 of these and 3 of these. Do I have enough money for that? I don't think I do. 2 of these for Balthier and Ash. 3 of these for those guys, and then 2 of these. I have one, but Vaughn's query. I need 3 of these. Okay, guys, I'm not quite done yet. Never mind. I lied. I'm sorry. All right. Okay, so okay, sorry guys, I'm not gonna do story stuff just yet. Maybe after I do a couple more rounds here. Anyway, so no, I don't necessarily think that, yeah, because like some songs are just gonna be different, in terms of sound, but again, saying every song sounds the same because okay, here's a great point when it comes to Evanescence. My Immortal and Bring Me to Life sound like the same song. Even if you talk about the band version of My Immortal, which is like at the end where they hit the hard guitar riffs and everything, no, no, they don't sound the same. That's not the same song. Those are two completely different songs. And then you have things like you can make the argument that things like from Bring Me to Life, like My Tourniquet could be similar. Ash, really? God.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
What You Want might have been my favorite song off of that self-titled album, I think. I think What You Want was my favorite song off of that. Lithium was so good. Everybody's Fool is actually why I think more people need to give more people need to listen to it, because that's such a, even to this day, it's still a very poignant song with a very poignant message. I think people need to give it more of a listen. Call Me When You're Sober. That, I think between that and the video for it was just like such a freaking game-changing song for me. I think The Open Door is also a very underrated album from why did that? Oh my God, we used the spell near it and it got mad. Oh my God. What the heck? So if you use any magic by those things, it sets them off. Good lord. That's so annoying. That was annoying. Well, at least we got something out of it. Anyway, they made it play piano life form. Took me a long time to call me to. When you're sober. Yeah, I love Call Me When You're Sober immediately. I can't believe that this is when I was something like my favorite version of Pushing Me Away was off the album one Live in Road Revolution. I don't know if I've heard that one. Hold on. Make a note of that. And I did not open the notes app that I swore that I downloaded. I have specifically to take notes whenever I'm in a chat, or I mean a stream, and I don't use it. I don't think I've seen. You know what? The Road to Revolution one, I always meant to like pick up, but I never did. Or listen to rather, and I just never did. I don't know why I didn't. I think I always intended to, and it always slipped my mind. I gotta listen to that. Two of my favorite last live albums. One, of course, is Evanescence's Oh, what was the name of that live album? Dang it! Why am I forgetting the names of stuff today? Yeah, I thought I heard it drop something. Because the Open Door was their second album. The live album was called... Today would be nice if I could find this. Anywhere But Home. That's what it was called. Oh, but no. Okay, no. This is where my argument that they don't sound the same is right here. The Synthesis album. And then they did the Synthesis live album. That's when I was like, nope, you cannot come at me with saying every Evanescence, song sounds the same. You will never convince me of that, because Synthesis was just a gorgeously done album, and the live one's really cool too. Of course, then again, Evanescence led me to probably one of my favorite bands. Another of my favorite bands that are probably definitely my top 10, and that's Within Temptation. And actually, Within Temptation and Evanescence did a song recently. I think it was during one of their tours, and my college, high school heart did a cartwheel when I saw that, because I was like, yes, everything I've ever wanted. I always wanted I always wanted a whole album collaboration between Evanescence and Within Temptation. Did I find Within Temptation because of an AMV? I think I did. It was What Have You Done? It was the song What Have You Done? What I heard it on an AMV because it sounded similar to Bring Me to Life, because they had like a very similar feel on that one. And see, okay. There's something you could say. Like, some bands like emulate one another, and even Mike Shinoda said this one time. He said sometimes when they were doing albums, they would either do they would do this thing where they would either do a thing before it became a trend, or right after, or it became a trend as they were doing it. And so they would like either be ahead of the curve or behind it. You know what I mean? And they would never get their credit, because of course they didn't. What is a rhyme bang? I have gotten like, what do these do? Deal ice damage. Okay. Okay. I think we're just about good to go. I think I got enough stuff that I can buy everything else now. But another few minutes won't hurt. Why did I feel like saying another few minutes won't hurt is like it's a terrible choice of words? Why do I feel like that was a terrible choice of words? Anywho. Shot in the Dark was got my attention probably because I thought my analogy covered. Fair! Oh no, Shot in the Dark was so good. Do not run over the trap. They're gonna run over the trap. Bosch is in level 32. Nice. Oh! Very nice. No. It was one of the rare times I was disappointed. I wasn't. This one was. Yeah. Shot in the Dark was that was from the Unforgiven album, I believe, because I remember being super hyped for that one, and it was so good. I think Hydra was after that, and I liked Hydra, but I wasn't as big a fan. I think Unforgiven was one of my favorite ones. I think y'all got me looking up all these bands, and I got to look up all their albums. I keep reading the album titles tonight. Y'all got me looking up like I need to see. The Silent Force was probably my favorite because the Heart of Everything. That was where What Have You Done was in that album. And the heart of everything was in that one. But the Silent Force actually came out before that, so I actually didn't get into With Interpretation until their third album because they had also released Mother Earth and the Silent Force. And when I heard the Silent Force, I was like, oh no, this band is what's up, because to this day, I think that one just had certified hit after certified hit on that one. Not to say that their other albums don't. Like I said, Hydra wasn't my favorite, but that doesn't mean it was bad. I just like the Silent Force. Man, that was a tour de force. Bleed Out came out like into 2023, and I still haven't heard it yet. But their album they had one that was their live Black Symphony. That was what it was called. That one was really good. So much like very much heavy on the orchestra side of things for that one. Which of course with a live album with a band like that, you would think it would be. But I feel like Evanescence was inspired by that when they did Synthesis, and especially when they did the live version for Synthesis. I feel like they were inspired by the fact that very much With Interpretation had a whole orchestra for their album for that one. Which once again is me circling back. I think the Silent Force was the first I bought. Yeah. See, the first one I bought was Heart of Everything because that's when I knew it had What Have You Done on it, and then I got the Silent Force. And did I ever buy Mother Earth? I want to say that I did. I can't remember if I did or didn't. I know I have some songs off there. I'm pretty sure I did. But no, and then all the bands I mentioned, Linkin Park, Evanescence, With Interpretation, they just have so many great hits, man. Just like songs, it's like, bro, like, and then you say, I've got some songs on Spotify playlist. I mean, for Koba. Of course you do, Bad Scorpion, because the Temptation song just they have to be a Koba band. I can't picture unless I completely misread Koba's character. Koba like just loved them. Wait. Yeah, I was gonna buy him one of these. Haha, I don't need to spend that money now. Nice. Okay, that's going somewhere else. Cool. That's what I look for the world map. Like, what else am I nearby? Because where does that path even go? There's nothing even over there that shows. Questions for later. Disturbed was her favorite, but she did that. That's right, Disturbed was her favorite. That's right. I haven't read your... You know, I gotta reread your stories. I haven't read them in so long. Larsa, I swear to God! That boy stay getting in trouble. I don't feel it. You know what? Honestly, same. A lot of my stories, I feel like, ooh, yeah, that didn't age well at all. Certain man, do you know what I watched today that did not age well at all? It was an episode of Law & Order SVU. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Law & Order SVU. Olivia Benson, one of the greatest protagonists in television history. Shout out to Mariska Hargitay, one of the greatest actresses in television history. You have to be if you're going to be on a TV show for 20 plus years. Man, though, they had an episode about it rhymes with grape that can and does happen to men, and saying how it can't happen to men because of stuff. And I was like, woo, lordy, this episode aged horribly. Good lord. I was watching it just thinking, oh my god, this is uncomfortably bad. Yeah, it was basically saying that if a man is, I'll say, physically stimulated, then that means he can't it can't count as being taken advantage of. That's the argument that they made. And I was like, whoa! I checked when the episode came out, it was 2002, and I was like, still, good lord! And I feel like, you know what's funny though? I feel like, for all I'm like, you know, saying like, wow, that was uncomfortable. I feel like shows like that are the reasons why that kind of conversations were had. Like, that made it clear, like, no, this can happen to men, and it does. I feel like shows like that made it clear. It's like, you know what? No, it's like, men can be taken advantage of, you know that you know, and I was just like, yikes. Oh, these have poison. Never mind. Yeah, no. Yeah, like just like you said by Scorpion, I was like, yikes. The whole episode was going, and I was just like, ooh, God, please stop, guys, stop talking, please. Yeah. Okay. Because man, that was an uncomfortable watch. I found myself getting mad a couple times actually. I was like thinking, really? Well, a lot of old school. I feel like a lot of old school episodes of shows like Law and SVU shows and brought to light to things that we don't, talk about. Like I think that show was very important for the kids, for like mental health issues and like in shows like it, because they talk about like in one episode they talk about a suspect who had psychogenic fugue states, where like he would like lose chunks of time and days because of his psychological trauma, which is a real thing, which I think people didn't know about prior to maybe things like that show bringing light to it. Maybe there was cases where that was a real thing. People didn't believe it until you see it in like a dramatized rather, and you're like, oh wait, this is a thing. And like, yeah, it's a thing. People deal with this. People have this issue. They have to work through it every single day. I feel like that's a very real thing that people have to combat and work through and things like that. And then they have episodes of shows like that have like that harken back to it. And then I feel like another thing with shows like that, they do that, and then people who maybe know someone who went through it are like, oh my god, is that what my friend or family member dealt with? Oh my god, and then they can maybe fix it. I almost made a Daredevil fanfic where man has to help man wrongfully accused of that when the accuser had done it to him, but I scrapped it because it had beats of strictly similar to the ongoing Depp versus Heard case. Whoo! The Depp and Heard case. Good grief. Man, you want to talk about just a minefield of like, wow, that's not good. Nah. And I feel like, honestly, however you feel about that case, I really do feel like it brought to light like a lot of like mental health struggles in men and things, and I think for the better. And like, I don't know, I feel like at the end of the day they were just toxic for each other, and I just do not. Of course I didn't have that high of opinion of Amber Heard going in, but I feel like, yeah, I feel like she was very, very problematic, And I'd say that Johnny Depp was like a saint, but I feel like Johnny Depp was just like trouble. And I'm not trying to like say like what am I trying to say here? I don't want to like negate like maybe that Amber felt some kind of way, because like people respond to things in their own way, right? But I feel like the whole setting up of the camera and like things leaked to TMZ, that's what screwed things up. Now, because I feel like if you're going to call out a person for their behavior, which you have every right to do, yeah, I'm not saying you don't have the right to do that. It's all in how you do it, right? Okay, those are the ones that just sold. Okay. If you're going to, if you're legitimately concerned about behavior, and you want to like kind of I'll say trap a person and like and everything, then the TMZ thing, that was probably the problem. If you're gonna call him, if you legitimately thought he you were in danger, or he was the problem, then you should have maybe just taken that and then gone straight to a lawyer and just say divorce. And I feel like she just torpedoed her own case on several points. By the way, she also, to be fair, did not have the best lawyer in that room. Oh my god. It's funny because if Kate's still watching, when we worked together, that was something we talked about a lot, was that case, because it was just such like all-consuming news. It was like you know, we would come into work and like that would be something we would talk about a lot. That's true. They didn't. The lawyers didn't have solid evidence to help them. And yeah, it really was like fighting a very much an uphill battle. And of course, public perception didn't help either. Like, you know, like even going in, Amber seemed guilty, so that didn't help. You know, not guilty, but like you guys get what I mean. Like she wasn't portrayed in the best light going in. Hey, Kate, glad you're still here. But no, like, yeah, no, and it was everywhere. You couldn't escape the news about it. Those are certain that she said it didn't end up for reasons I can't say on the stream. Yeah. You know, you notice I'm choosing my words very carefully because I don't want someone to see this and say, "Well, he said no, I didn't." No, I didn't. So that's why I'm choosing my words very carefully as I say them on stream. Yeah, but that whole thing was, man, it was crazy, yo. Okay, what else do I need to get to upgrade everybody? Alright. Is it just the 3 things at the top? Yeah, I need to get 3 of these. Alright. Okay, guys. Let's go do some story stuff for the last, let's say, 30 plus minutes of the stream. Textbook talk. Yeah. See, okay. I'll say this at the end of the day. No matter what side of the fence you fall on with those two, at the end of the day, at the very, very least, they just should not have been together. Not at all. It's one of those cases where it seemed like they just brought out the worst in each other, which I think people forget is a thing. People forget that that's a real thing, and not just in relationships, but in life. There are people that you just can't be around, not because that person is bad or because you're bad, but because for some reason, when you and this person are in the same area, the worst comes out of both of you. And this is not like, I'm not trying to say like I'm not. This is not even saying like, oh, like oh, Johnny was saying never did anything wrong. No, just like just sometimes for some people, you just shouldn't be around another person like that. You just should not be. Okay, I see how this goes. Because for whatever reason, you and that person bring out these terrible qualities in one another. And there doesn't even have to be a reason for it. It's just that when you and this person are near each other for some reason, boom, bad things. You're toxic for each other. You should not be together. And it's just bad. You and this person should just not be together. And I think that's perfectly fine. I feel like, and this is also why sometimes like people who like oh Lord, where's my man? Lord, where's my woman? I'm like, maybe you should wait on that and let God work that out when He's trying to work that out, because your silly self need to know how to be by your doggone self, first of all. And not that people know how to be by themselves. I'm convinced of this. I am convinced that people do not know how to be by themselves, which I don't get. Because let me put it this way: I love the streaming that I'm doing. I'm having a lot of fun. Do you guys think I need to stream me playing Final Fantasy 12 to enjoy it? No, I'm streaming and having fun with y'all. But I will be having a blast playing this by myself. You know, because I enjoy like don't get me wrong, I love hanging out with my wife. I love spending time with my wife and everything like that. But I also love just doing my own thing. And this is why she don't need telekinesis. She always has a bow. Other people need telekinesis. Anyway, but like people who are like so desperate to be like, oh Lord, where is this person? Where's that person? I'm like, are you sure you want this person or that person? Because there could be some caveats to that. You know? I yet again vote for pizza puffs. Kate! Anyway. By the way, how I used to say Kate's name a lot when we worked together was Kate. Mostly because I was trying to make sure that neither of us got fired. Anyway, she'll confirm that that's true, by the way. So, but yeah, I don't subscribe to the belief that you like I do believe that everyone's meant to find someone. I do truly believe that. I do believe that everyone's meant to find like someone. Whether it's romantic. No, I believe it's in a romantic sense. But the time frame doesn't always have to be exactly when you want it to be. I feel like it happens when it happens. My parents found each other kind of late in their lives. Things like that. It happens when it's supposed to happen. So y'all, toxic relationships, don't rush into things. Wait till you find your person, and it'll be okay. Let's go do some story stuff real quick, and watch me have to go back down the mountain to go fight something. And oh no, wait, no, cool. Oh, they're safe here. That's about to go straight to hell, isn't it? Giant cow chickens? I mean, chocobos are giant horse chickens. Are those giant cow chickens? Okay. Giant cow chickens. There's a Vieira up here? Did she say a Vieira? Like, for real? Huh. Okay. That must be like how they say like amen, which is cool because in Fire Force they used to say Lato. When I was born, my dad said she's not gonna date till she's 35. Almost 31 years later, he hasn't been wrong. The graphics. Still, I love them. I like how this place has a more simple design than like everything else we've seen, which it should. Like it's like a holy temple, like a religious place, like a Mecca. Vatican City. Anyway, I don't think. By the way, I know the difference. I know Vatican City is not and Mecca are two different places. By the way, I just said that as an example. Oh, welcome to Mount Bur-Omises, holy mountain of the. Why not just go kill a whole bunch of monsters that are down and make food from that? Anyway. It's so funny. I didn't really date until my 20s. Doesn't mean angels are dating, right? Well, okay. Let me rephrase that, because like I dated kind of. I not counting my wife and not counting my ex. There were like 3, 4 girls I went on dates with. And before y'all trip, by date I mean like legitimately just like nothing ever. Well, not entirely true. It's just anyway. Don't worry, my wife knows about my history. I don't have one really. By most people's standards, I would be considered very lame. Which is fine by me. I don't mind being lame. So they have like a vow of silence around here? I actually have a character like that in a future story idea of who has a vow of silence. Okay, I guess that's something we're going to have to go look into later. Yep, we're going to have to go fight that at some point, I'm willing to bet. Okay. Well, she's definitely a Viera, alright. Cold and mean. Hey, cold and mean. Kate, you'd make a great Viera. I'm sorry, Kate. That was uncalled for, unnecessary, and just plain rude. I'm sorry. I really do need to make uncalled for, unnecessary, just plain rude a shirt, though. I really do. But Kate, could you wear the Viera attire? Hey, I know I thought about it. You have you? Alright, let's go see what happens when we walk in here. Kate. Me, I know I've thought about it. You have you. Alright. Alrighty, let's see what story awaits us here. It's not my fault people test with me. This is true. I'll give you that. Oh, I can't remember this dude now. Vaughn in the back, raising his sleeping.
No, my child.
Whoa.
I do not sleep. I dream. For reality and illusion are a duality. Two parts of a whole.
There may be
Only
voices.
the mirror of dreams reflects what is true.
That I agree with.
Anastasis, your grace. I am
Lay
Ashelia.
down your words. Ashelia, daughter of Ramanas, I have dreamt your dream. Who better to carry on the Dalmascan line than she who bears the Dawn Shard? Your dream of a kingdom restored is known to me.
Okay, so you and
Grand Kiltius, then give us your blessing.
grant the Lady Ash her
I
accession
do not
to the...
suppose this is something you might reconsider. My little Emperor-in-Waiting.
I
I
forget
have come.
who this is.
This is the man I wanted you to meet. Believe it or not, he is a member of the noble house Margrace, rulers of the Rosarian Empire.
Oh, yeah, this
I
guy.
had one very many.
Every Final Fantasy game has a dude like this in
it. I could not stop this war alone. Thus, I came seeking Lars's assistance.
Every Final Fantasy game has this super like pretty dude, which is amazing since it already has super pretty dudes in this game.
Alcide Margrace at your service. To think I stand before the Lady Ash, it is truly an honor.
How do you guys consider in this game? Wow, bro, like right
I
there.
see it is true after all. Stunning is Dalmasca's desert bloom.
Good lord, this guy is full of himself. Yeah, Larsa, this is your fault.
In Arcadia, Larsa. In Rosaria, Alcide. They dream not of war. Should Empire join with Empire, the way will open for a new Ivalice in our time.
Grand Kiltias, you speak much of dreams, but in the real world, war is upon us.
Grand Kiltias, I was told my coming here would prevent this war. I was to assume my father's throne and announce the restoration of Dalmasca, treat with the Empire for peace, and persuade the Resistance to stay their hand. I have not come all this way to be asked to reconsider.
A word from you and the Resistance would stop cold, and Rosaria's pretext for joining the war scattered off to the four winds. This was what we had hoped. Alas, circumstances change. A full 2 years have passed since your reported death. Were it to become known you are still alive, I fear it could only worsen our current situation.
Wait.
Because I am powerless to help.
Nay, in fact it has little to do with you.
Okay.
Then what? If Lady Ash were to extend her hand in friendship, perhaps I could then persuade the Emperor. His Excellency will solve things peacefully.
The Emperor Gramis is no more.
Wait a minute, what?
His life was taken.
Father.
Huh? Wait! I missed that one. Oh wait, no, I can't. Wait, how did this happen?
What possible cause could we have to lay hand on our Emperor?
A deception and an outrage. The Senate will not stand for this.
A viper amongst our senators?
With Chairman Gregoroth as its head. With what dignity remained him, he confessed to the poisoning and passed his own
A
sentence.
viper with many tails. Much of the Senate is culpable.
We had no choice but to strip the Senate of authority and assign power...
Oh, that tricky bugger!
As order.
Spare me your lies. I see the serpent coiled here before me.
Trace, you speak too freely.
Zargabath. Do not tell me you join in his mama's farce.
With Rosaria poised to invade at any moment, our leader must have a free hand.
Hey, yo.
The once great House Solidor is now reduced to myself and my dear brother Larsa.
Surely you would not go so far. Vain Solidor! As Judge Magister and upholder of the law, I hereby place you under arrest.
You misunderstand. Vane did not make himself autocrat. It was the very Ministry of Law which you serve. Do you see it now, Drace? When you bared your sword at His Excellency, you bared your sword at the law.
You wear the mummer's motley well, Bergen.
A costumed masked entertainer performs for Season of Folk. That's what a mummer is.
Such strength. Inhuman.
Oh! That was possessed by a demon as all get out?
Take the Alexander. You will accompany Bergen and bring Larsa back to me.
Sire.
Uh-oh.
Your Excellency, Lord Larsa was placed under my charge.
Oh? Perhaps you mistook your orders then. I can see no other explanation for why you were reporting and conjecturing on my doings to my late father.
Your Excellency.
A hound begging for scraps at the Emperor's table.
Yo!
You serve another master, Hound. You may fulfill your duty as Judge Magister before us all. She has been tried and found guilty.
Your Excellency, I beg you reconsider.
In the course of about 2 minutes, we've already axed off a major character, a character we've never seen before in one of the senators. Discovered that this dude apparently ain't human. And now we're going to kill off one of the other judges?
Do it. I care not. Live, Gabrantha. Protect the young lord. Protect Lartha.
Forgive me.
Pray be quick.
Why does Parvin think there was something going on between those two? So I guess old Vane gave up the pretense.
And so House Solidor lives on.
That'll be one angsty fanfic. Well, you know what that means. You know what that means, Bat Scorpion? Guess I gotta write it. Well!
Let us suppose you approach the Empire with a peaceful resolution. The late Emperor Gramis would have lent you his ear, that much is certain. But we are dealing with Vane Solidor.
Yep, that ain't happening no
Should
more.
the princess return, he would claim her an impostor, or to tempt the resistance into battle. Vane wants this war, that much is certain.
Yep.
As our ill luck would have it, the man is a military genius.
He actually
the
is.
dreams have told me thus. To reveal yourself would imperil us all. I see war, and Vane's name writ bold on history's page.
Arcadia's banners fly high. They are making ready for the coming war. According to our latest reports, the Western Armada prepares for war, under Vane's command, no less. The newly formed 12th Fleet has already been deployed. Oh yes, the Imperial First Fleet stands ready. They'll be underway as soon as the Odin's refit is complete. And there is more.
Hold on one
the
second,
The 2nd Caravan Expeditionary Force is being called in to replace the missing 8th, so there will be no gaps. The largest force ever seen.
And then, the Nethicite is the coup de grace. Grand Kiltius, your grace. I spoke to you of my succession. Let us put that aside. Should I become Queen of Dalmasca now, powerless as I am, I can protect nothing. With a greater power at my disposal, perhaps then.
It is the Nethicite of which you dream?
I require something far greater.
No!
To wield power against power. Truly, the words of a human child.
I am descended from the Dynast King himself.
Indeed. Then you have but one choice. Seek you the other power Wraithwall left.
Does such a thing exist?
He literally just said
Journey
it.
across the Paramana Rift to the still shrine of Miriam. There rests the gift he entrusted to the Grand Kiltius of his time. Seek it out. The Sword of Kings can cut through Nethicite. Why he would entrust the power to destroy Nethicite, the instrument of his greatness, to another and not to his own progeny, I cannot say.
That's telling.
Awaken Shelia Benagan, and take up your sword, or your dream will remain but a dream.
Oh. That poor kid is broken. The Daredevil fanfic I scrapped.
My dream too fades into day.
Man, that's a Bloodborne line if I ever heard one. The video game, by the way, I'm not talking about. Larsa leaves the party. Well, yeah, he's kind of depressed, guys. The Daredevil fanfic I scrapped, it would have been a part of a series that would have eventually become a Batman Beyond crossover. That would, oh man, Daredevil and Batman Beyond. That'd be so cool. I'll Sid. Well, I mean, he had to know. Was he overly direct? I mean, there's no way to soften that blow. Is she still not talking to us? Now I'm just curious because she's named. Like, this viewer is named. Okay. I feel like Kate wouldn't make a good viewer because I think she would be getting on the internet. The reason instead of a whole DNA thing with Bruce and Warren, Bruce should have been Natalie's brother and Matt would have been Cobra. Oh, that would have been really cool. I've actually planned a Marvel DC like crossover in my head for years, and I've just started to put it down on the page because it's also good. Let me say this before I even go on, because like I don't know what I'm about to do. It definitely leads to like there's a lot of stories that I want to do, like with some of my like favorite side characters of Marvel and DC. I have a lot of favorite side characters. I think I'm still gonna do it because I want to make a bigger crossover, like universe threatening threat, and we have to go fight it and everything like that. And wait, so what? So wait, we can get this working from still. Okay. So do we go there first and then come back? I feel like since we have all this time now's the time to do hunts and stuff. Yeah, okay. I probably should have still done with Larson the party, but actually no. With three people, I think we get more experience points. So, yeah. Okay. So, what time is it? 11 o'clock. 2 hours. 2 hours. That's pretty good. I think that's a good place to stop for now, because I'm about to go eat myself. I actually haven't eaten yet. I ate earlier, but like I haven't eaten lately, so I'm about to go eat. And I think that's a good place to stop. So just to recap, so the Emperor's dead, Vane's in control, and now we have to find a new way to get more power to combat the Arcadian Empire, and hopefully take out old boy Vane. No pressure. What could possibly go wrong? Aside from every little bit hurts. Okay, that was terrible. Oh man, my pitch on that was terrible. Yeah. So, streaming tomorrow, by the way, isn't impossible. Streaming tomorrow actually isn't impossible. It's actually in the realm of doable, depending on how the day goes. If I don't go anywhere, because I am going to go to go see my family at some point tomorrow, so it'll either be earlier in the afternoon or later in the evening, or maybe I can end up doing both. Maybe I can do both. Oh, that's right, I'm off Monday. I keep forgetting I'm off Monday. Cool. So, guys, keep checking the socials. So tomorrow I should be able to go live. We'll continue on Final Fantasy 12. I don't think I'm quite ready to move on to anything else yet until we finish this. I'm still debating on that because I really do like the story we're doing here. So I think we're going to stick with this until it's over, and then we'll go to the other stuff. But that's neither here nor there. Let's table that idea for now and just say for now we're going to stick with Final Fantasy 12 until its conclusion, and then we'll decide what we're going to do after that. The other two choices that I had planned to do next after this are probably going to be what ends up happening next, but again, that's for another day, another time. Worry about that later. Either way, that's all for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Whether you watch this live or VOD, doesn't matter to me. It just matters that you guys watch because it means the world to me. Thank you so much for doing that much. Be sure to check out my YouTube. If you guys who are watching on Twitch, go over to my YouTube. I have some 2 reactions up right now, and I should have some more up throughout the week. I plan on having more up throughout the week. Let's see how the week goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like I said, it really does mean the world to me that you guys hang out with me, kick with me, and talk with me in the chat. It's really cool. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. When you go in this crazy world, be good people. And I'll catch you guys next time. Take care of yourselves and be safe out there. Minasan, sayonara. Peace.